It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Eagles and the Buccaneers, next on Madden Football.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the chart.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wildcard Weekend continues here on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Hooker. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Sidney Brown in on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing. Hooker. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I got to tell you, I personally like it. Winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
And the Eagles with a dime look, 6 DBs on 3rd down. Here's Hooker to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Fields. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Fields on 1st down. They set up the screen. Achane has it. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To the air again, Fields. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Stays on his feet. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They snap it to Fields. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Fields now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
But able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Julian Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Hooker now off play action. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Here's Fields. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A chant hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Fields. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Throwing here is Hall. Incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Hall. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now Fields to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. On 1st down, it's Fields. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A shotgun snap, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Again, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Fields. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Fields, a 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Khalif Raymond now. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. Drops it off for Chubb. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Here's Hooker to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Julian Okwara. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now Fields. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To throw is Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Anthony Jennings collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Fields on 3rd down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. First down throw here. It's Hooker. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Hooker. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Open man completes it to Claypool. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will cut the lead down to 13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys matching up with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On second down, a run by Achane. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Off play action, Fields. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Achane gets it from the gun. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The handoff to Ford up the middle. Runs over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Throw left side to Kincaid. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Fields. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Fields. This to the tight end, Kincaid. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dalton Kincaid. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Fields. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Fields now to throw. Open man is Atwell, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They'll run for it with Achane. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. taken at about the 16. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Running right, here's Achane.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Now it's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Hooker now on 1st down.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hooker throwing again on 2nd down. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Jordan Davis
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5-4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, when you pointed out that 5-4, first thing.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Inside the 10.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Bass on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a two-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
This is Ford.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Achane on the counter.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st down, Fields.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Achane is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
On play action, Fields.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Ian Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Hooker on 1st down. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Throwing. Hooker.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Hendon Hooker.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Here's Achane to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Pulled in at the 24. So now the Bucs down by 7. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
Throwing here is Hooker.
He stiff arms it, powering his way forward.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Hooker.
It fights him off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Hooker to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Now Hooker. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.